when did you start Chef Vaughn and Mom?
COVID hit, and I was bored. We were cooking out of the house, and the next thing you know, we had 60 people a day picking up food out of my mom's house.
How did you get on this national TV show with like Gordon Ramsay and all these other chef mentors?
They actually reached out to me. So like over 30,000 people applied to the show, and only 33 of us made it to fly out.
All right. We're going to get to all of that in just a moment. But first, I want you to know how grateful I am for today's podcast sponsor, my friends at FitAF Nutrition. They are Eastern Pennsylvania's leading meal prep company. FitAF offers meals of multiple sizes for people with various health goals. And you know what I love about this company? They use high-quality ingredients like grass-fed meats, wild fish, and locally harvested produce. And all right, for you parents on the go, they even offer family meals. Go to fitafnutrition.com, place your order by Thursday at midnight, and get fresh, prepared meals delivered right to your door on Sunday. Use code Leckey at checkout to get 20% off your first order.
Here we go, buddy. It's the Ryan Leckey Show.
What is going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Ryan Leckey Show. Look, if you love food, television, cooking shows, oh yeah, and the hit show, Next Level Chef.
Yes.
Season 3 on Fox, the one and only from Scranton, Pennsylvania, Chef Vaughn in the house.
Yes, how are you, Ryan?
I'm good. Look, we're super stoked to have you here. A lot
Thank
of
you.
people on the Ryan Leckey media team. I'm going to just call her out. Jill, one of my teammates, was fangirling that you were coming on to be a guest of the show.
I love it.
I love celebrating people from northeastern Pennsylvania crushing it in the national limelight, and that's you. We got a lot to unpack. You ready for this?
Yes, we go. Let's go.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the TV show you were on,
Okay.
Next Level Chef on Fox. It's the 3rd season. We got to do the backstory. First of all, how did you get on this national TV show with like Gordon Ramsay and all these other chef mentors? How did it all happen?
So I got an email one day. I was busy at the restaurant, and I was just not having a good day. And I was cursing and drinking. And then I got an email, and it was like, this is Adina from Fox. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I literally ignored them, and they were in my spam for like 2 months. Then she was like, she emailed me, she's like, listen, this is real. Can you please call us back? We're very interested if you'd like to be on Gordon Ramsay's newest show. Because I've never heard of it. So I was like, all right.
You heard of Gordon Ramsay?
Well, obviously, yeah, because I've applied to his shows many of times, which is really funny because I was going through my camera roll, and I have my audition tape from 2016 when I left Tao Group in LA to go on the show, and I didn't get on it. Isn't that really weird? And this time they actually reached out to me. So like over 30,000 people applied to the show, and only 33 of us made it to fly out, and only 15 of us made the show.
And he's one of them. You are a restaurateur who has a business in Scranton.
Yes, downtown Scranton.
And it is called?
Chef Vaughn and Mom.
All right, so we want to get into the story of obviously about the show, but let's start from the local aspect, because so many people who see this from northeastern, central Pennsylvania and beyond, we love to see local people doing well. Right. So when did you start Chef Vaughn and Mom, and where is it located in downtown Scranton?
Okay, so I was opening up a new restaurant in Tribeca, and then COVID hit. So I came back. I thought I was going to be here for 2 weeks. I don't think anybody thought the world was going to shut down for 2 years. So then we were at the house, and my mom always wanted a restaurant. So I ended up cooking because I was bored. So we were cooking out of the house, and it was kind of like a secret Facebook like dinner club. It was really weird. You ordered, and the next thing you know, we had 60 people a day picking up food out of my mom's house. And then we just kept it going. And then I was like, you know what? You always wanted to have a restaurant. She hated her job. And then so she got to quit. And that was a highlight for me. So I took a couple steps back because I moved out. I was born and raised here, but I've been in LA, New York. I've ran the top restaurant groups in the country. And I took a little step back so she can, do her dream and what she wants to do. So that's why it's called Chef Vaughn and Mom.
Yeah, but you say a step back, but all of a sudden you're on this national show.
Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy?
Guy from Scranton who owns Chef Vaughn and Mom in downtown Scranton. And to give people a sense of where it is, if you know where City Hall is in downtown Scranton, you just go like another...
just go straight down the street.
Go like 50 feet, 75 feet, right? And it's on the left.
Right on the left. So if everybody knows Papa's Pizza, I think everybody and their mother knows Papa's. So we're literally right across the street from Papa's Pizza.
I love this. Now, but what is your background with cooking? Because obviously you said, okay, I came back here, I thought it was going to be the pandemic and I help Mom. But I mean, did you go to like chef training? Walk me through like your cooking experience before we get to the show.
Okay, so when I was 23, I worked at La Trattoria. I don't know if you've ever been
I
to
know
La
it,
Trattoria in
yeah.
Southside. The Catalanos, I love them. Shout out to Mikey and Big Mike. So I was working there, and then I was like, you know what? I want something different. So I wanted to move to LA to go to culinary school. So I wanted to go to culinary school to the FCI up in San Francisco. Didn't do my research, and I know you can go to school if you're a resident of California for free, but not a private school. So I didn't do that. So I packed up and moved out to LA, and then found out it was like 40 grand a semester.
Got it.
And then I ended up doing personal bodyguarding, celebrity bodyguarding, and protection. And then I ended up getting back into cooking because I couldn't afford culinary school. So my first job I got was with Snoop doing personal security. It was just really weird. I have a really weird journey, which is actually pretty cool.
So wait, you did some, by the way, was this when Snoop was friends with Martha Stewart, or was this after
This was
that?
before that. This was 2008.
I love it. I love Snoop.
This was 2008. And
Any
then
other celebrities that you can share?
I've cooked anybody, Jay-Z, Beyonce, John Voight, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jamie Foxx, everyone you could think of.
Like,
yeah.
and I'm looking around, everyone's face is like,
Yeah,
all right.
yes.
So let's unpack Next Level Chef season 3. So
Yes.
if we back up again, so all of a sudden you get, was it an email or voicemail that you waited 2 months
I
on?
got an email.
Okay, so you wait 2 months, you're like, this is a freaking joke.
Yes.
This is spam, right? And then this person emails you back and they're like, this is serious. This is a TV show on Fox.
Right.
How did they get your stuff though? How did they find you?
I have no idea because all the other people that I was with, like the social media, they all have like 3-4 million followers, and I'm sitting here like on a nice 9,058, you know. And I'm like, how the hell did you know what I mean? Get me? But I guess my content stuck out, and that's how they followed me off of social media.
Because you were
Instagram.
so real. I mean, you're raw on your social
That's me.
media.
That's me.
I mean, you walked in here, I'm like, this guy's the real deal.
Yes.
So they find you. Now walk me through the process. When you actually called them back, what was that conversation like, and then what happened next?
So I actually called them back, and I was like, well, you got to hurry up because I was going to Haggerty's to get some wings. So I was like, well, call me back, you know. So then
These big time talent agency, and you're like, you better hurry up because I'm hungry.
I'm going to get wings. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So then she called me back. As soon as my wings came out and my cheese fries with gravy, they came out, and then she called me. So I went to the back, and then we were talking, and that's what started the journey. It was like a 3-month process with the background checks, making sure you don't have OnlyFans, making sure you're not doing nothing crazy.
Did they find
We had
anything?
to-
No,
no,
kidding.
thank God. You know
You
what I
shut
mean?
down the OnlyFans before
Yeah,
the
shut
show.
that down way
Got
down
it.
before. Because I go to church now. I'm a Christian. I'm saved. You know. So they did all that, and then we had to do like psychology. It was like a 3-hour-long evaluation with like doctors in LA. It was just a whole process. Because your mind has to be right if you're gonna go on TV with Gordon Ramsay and make sure you're not fragile and break down.
Yeah, but you're doing that. But you're like, I can cook and I can hold my own. Like you're
Absolutely, yeah.
What kind of questions did they ask you, by the way, in like a psychology interview for a TV cooking show?
Do you dream about killing your family? Do you dream about killing yourself? Do you have weird dreams? Like just all kinds of weird, like crazy
Wow.
stuff. It was literally like a 305 question. Like the little blue thing went up, so I was already on like question 65, and the bar was like this. You know what I mean? And I was like, so I know it was like almost 400 questions. It was crazy.
Wow.
And I was doing that on a Friday before service because I thought it was going to be in and out, but it was very extensive background and psychological evaluation.
Jeez. Okay, so then take me through it. They greenlight you because like, okay, this guy's a nuts. Let's put him on the show.
Yeah, so they
Next
greenlight
Level
me,
Chef.
And then I had a couple more interviews face to face. Shout out Lindsay. I love Lindsay. She's the best. We're still friends now. One of the casting directors. So then we did all that, and then they're still like, okay. I'm like, am I done yet? They're like, no, we'll let you know. So they literally. I started doing all of that work in like March. I didn't get the word until October. Literally 3 days. They're like, okay.
March of 2023.
March of 2023. And then October, 3 days before, it's like, okay, here's your flight information and itinerary to Dublin. Like literally, I had no time.
Welcome to show business.
Yes. So thank God I have my own business where I could be able to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have my godson that held it down. He's 16, National
out.
Honor Society Savior, and he held it down.
Get out.
So,
okay,
yes.
and we should say you didn't go to LA. You went to Dublin.
Yeah, so we got to film in Dublin, Ireland, and I'm like a Black Irish. I'm a Blirish. I love Jameson, so I'm like,
Blirish.
let's go. Yes.
Okay.
So I love my Jameson, so I'm like, let's do it. That was just an extra incentive to
All
be able
right,
to go.
so unpack this now. All right, so they call you, and you probably had minimal turnaround time to be like, pack my bags, I'm going.
Literally, yes.
Right? So thank goodness you own your own business, and your godson stepped up. Your mom's still helping with the restaurant?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, to keep Chef Vaughn and Mom afloat in downtown Scranton.
Yes.
So take me through it. You go over there. What happens before you start shooting? Do you meet some of your chef mentors, including Gordon Ramsay, before all this begins on Next Level Chef?
So we got there, And then there was this one like girl on the plane. I'm like, I'm like, it's a competition, so I'm not going in there to be friends. I want that $250,000 in that year of mentorship. So and then she was watching a food show, and I was just like watching her the whole flight to Ireland. I'm like,
and you're like, is that my competition?
I'm like, how are you randomly watching food show? You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then come to find out it was Summer, and she was really cool. She was a pregnant one on the show. So I'm just like, please don't stand by me because I don't want America to hate me because if you see the show, you have to run to the platform. So, but she was really cool and really nice, and I just told her just stand away from me, and I got your back, just to make sure I don't bump you or run into you.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
so you get there, and there's how many other contestants?
So I get there, and there's 33 of us. So then we got there. There was a few days we were there, and we were just back and forth, a lot of costume and different things and fittings and stuff like that. So we didn't shoot for a whole nother week, and then we didn't know that. Usually when you got picked the other seasons, you were already on the show. We got out there, and this year you had to compete. So we had to do 3 cooks, and each floor, because it's a basement level, which is a crappy kitchen in the middle, and the top one's like Martha Stewart, and God made the kitchen themselves, which is like beautiful. Yeah. So 5 people went home from each thing, and then it was the top 15 that made the show.
Get out.
So 3 people left just from evaluations and got sent home that didn't even make the camera.
Describe the show if people haven't seen it, because we want them to watch it. But how would you dumb it down? Because there's a lot of cooking shows out there, and there's cooking shows that have celebrity mentors, and people cook for them and be like, "Do you like my food?" Like, how does it work?
So it's a 3-tier. So it's the basement kitchen.
So
is
3 levels of an actual building.
Yes,
right?
it's 3 levels of kitchen. The basement is horrible. The lights don't work. The equipment doesn't work. The knives are dull. Like I had a stove. I had camp burners. I didn't even have a stove. Like it's bad. Like it's just really bad. You don't want to be there. There's no equipment, and if there is, it's broken. The middle is nice, and then the top is beautiful. So each cook you get, you go based on how your food was judged to see where you stack up.
And ultimately, the show started shooting when?
So we started filming in September.
And we know it wrapped when?
October.
Yeah. So people, it was quick.
It was very quick, yes.
Describe, I guess, because obviously people have to watch for the finale because there's things you can and can't say. Totally get that.
Fox owns me right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, tell us about. So it's on Fox on what nights and how do you stream it?
So we're on Thursday nights on Fox at 8 p.m. and then you can stream it the next day at 3:01 a.m. on Hulu. And you won't miss me because I'm actually the thumbnail for season 3.
I love that.
Episode 3. Yeah.
I love that.
I know.
And I think what's so cool, I mean, there's probably people who watch the show and don't know this guy is from Scranton.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they picked me for a home visit. So they actually came and we filmed downtown. We filmed up at the Lookout up there. Was that 307?
Yeah, 307.
And it was really cool. So to see my mom, she was like, "Oh my God, I'm on national TV." It was really cool to see that. Absolutely.
And really quick, because I'm going to come back to the show, but what types of food do you make at Chef, Vaughn, and Mom?
So I get bored very easily, so I rotate my menu every 4 days. I've competed in China. I've came number 3 in the world. So I switch. You can get some Asian, you can get Mexican, you can get whatever I'm feeling, you get. So we switch the menu. It's constantly rotating. So we have we're known for our peanut butter bacon cheeseburger, which is amazing. Snoop Dogg loves that burger, by the way. You got to come down and check that out.
People said your smash burger. One of my coworkers like this smash burger. Oh my gosh.
And I won best burger on the show. And Ramsay talked about my Chipotle aioli for 3 episodes, so it was great.
All right.
So if Gordon likes it, it must be good.
I love that. So you start shooting in September, you kind of wrap in October. Yes. But describe sort of what people don't see about the show. Because, it's show business, so you see, like, the show on television, which is what, a half hour, hour long?
It's an hour long, yes.
Yeah, hour-long show. And how long are you taping? Because I think people don't see, like, what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah. So
walk me through a typical day.
Yeah. So call time would be 6 a.m. We'd wake up and then go get disgusting breakfast, the Irish breakfast, which wasn't really for me. So I grabbed my orange juice and kept it moving, So we wake up 6 a.m. and we don't get back probably to the hotel until about 8 p.m. So it's a long day of filming for a 1-hour show.
And these are the 15 who made it.
And these were the top 15 who made it.
Do you guys get paid to be on the show? Can't talk about it?
Can't talk about
We won't even go there.
Yes.
We won't go there.
I'm getting paid now because the boost in sales. We have tripled. We're on a two and a half hour wait daily now.
At Chef Vaughn and Mom. And I love that.
It's awesome. So we have nice music for you. We got some Fresh Prince on the background. We got some Dave Matthews. We got some Biggie Smalls. We're all Bon Jovi. We're all over the place. We have cards, so you can play cards while you're waiting. We make it really cool. We have the bar Whiskey Dick's next door. So it's a really cool place to hang out and just, if you have the patience, wait for the best food in town.
And before we even get back to the show, what has it meant to you to be able to help your mom leave a job that wasn't working for her and live her dream?
It actually feels pretty cool. I mean, she's gave up and sacrificed. She was a single mom, and I wasn't the easiest kid to deal with. So it's cool to see her smile and let her be happy, and she deserves that, to be able to do what she wants to do now.
And seeing the success you've had with this show and the restaurant, how it's blown up,
yes.
do you ever regret coming back to northeastern Pennsylvania?
Every single day. But
you regret coming and staying here?
Yes, because I mean, I'm used to the bigger city. I've lived in LA and New York for 15 years, so it's just different for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm glad that I can come here and bring some like more like better food options and different things like that. So I want to bring a little bit more city, you know what I mean, to northeastern PA and switch up the food scene. Besides, there's more to life than wings and pizza. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I do plan on opening up a few more concepts very soon. So you guys got to stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right.
Absolutely.
But you are like a big city guy through and through. But
yes,
being back here, I mean, the area, it seems so supportive, though, of what you've been doing.
Yes, it is. And it's a lot of people that I've grown up with. I played sports. I grew up here my entire life. So it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool, yes.
All right, so coming back to the show, and you mentioned, obviously, the tiers, and we see you guys running for the ingredients and everything.
Yes, and the platform coming down, and you have 30 seconds to grab it, and
yeah.
You don't know what you're going to make. You don't know what's going to be on there. So,
what's some of the craziest stuff you've concocted that you're like, how the heck did I even do this? And how did it not taste like garbage?
Well, nothing tastes like garbage because I'm the man. I'm good at what I do.
Love it.
I did get lamb heart last week, and that kind of messed me up a little bit. I'm like, I've never seen a goddamn lamb. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? Right. And I made it work, and that's Jesus. I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but once I did that, I'm like, all right, I'm the man. Absolutely.
And ultimately, you can tell us. People have to stay tuned for the finale. But what was the best experience that you had? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about you as a chef doing something like this?
I learned. I think I've learned a lot just throughout my life. I've grown a lot, and it's taken a lot. You know what I mean? Because I'm actually secure in who I am finally. So, and that's one thing that I try to preach to other people is make yourself be happy. Don't worry about what people think. If you're doing good, if you're doing bad, they're still going to talk about you. So you might as well be happy and live your life. You know? So I'm just authentically me, and I do what I do, and that's it. That's it.
But I think that's what works for you on the show. I mean, because you and Gordon Ramsay, who you call.
Gordo. That's my guy, yes. Yeah.
You guys have, you like hit it off on the show, and it's like, it's a great camaraderie there.
It's really cool because I've watched him, you know what I mean, my whole entire life. And it was really cool to get with him and to him to approve, even though I know my food's awesome, but for him to be like, it's delicious, it's beautiful. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So it's really cool in that aspect. And it's just really, he's just a great guy. And I would like to aspire to be like that one day and get that same bank account too.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but let's talk about it. So obviously on your radar, right, you're thinking from after doing the show and stay tuned for the finale and all that stuff, is, opening more possible food places here.
Yes.
Things are on the radar. But what's your long term after something like this? I mean, did you get bit by the showbiz bug and you're like, I want to do another TV show?
No, because I don't like talking to people. I do like talking to people, but I'd rather have the money and be unknown. Do you know what I mean? I don't need all that. I don't need that. You know what I mean? The fame and all that. I do want to move into motivational speaking. I do want to do that, and also open up cooking clinics and different things like that because I feel like that's the problem with the youth is kids don't have nothing to do or nowhere to go anymore. Because growing up, we had the Boys and Girls Club. I had Jimmy Williams. We had LIT, which was Leaders in Training and things like that.
I had the YMCA.
See, there we go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's nothing like that for these kids to do anymore. So I do want to go into that field and, give back a lot. But I also want to have restaurants all over the country and also all over the world. I'm going to Hong Kong in May, and I'm going to compete again in a world competition in Taiwan. So I do want to get something overseas pretty soon. In Dublin, the food was absolutely horrible. So everyone on the show and the producers were like, you need to open something here. So I'm like, well, maybe that's why God sent me over
I love that you said it because so many people love to travel to Ireland from our area. Yeah. It's one of the most popular destinations.
It is, yeah. The Irish population here, yeah. And the food is horrible. So I feel like I would murder it over there. I lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks over there.
Because it was this is not for me.
Yeah, I told Gordon, I'm like, go do a kitchen nightmare in this trailer on set because it was horrible. I ate chips and Pringles for 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Almost a month, yeah.
Wow. I guess, for you, after going through this, was there anything you did over there that you're like, I should try this in my restaurant?
Not the lamb heart.
Okay.
No. I did. There was a couple of things that I'm going to put on my next one. I want to do a small tapas restaurant and also a barbecue. So I'm going to incorporate some dishes that I did there onto my next sit-down full bar concept that we're working on right now.
And I think what's amazing, you said some people do this and they get bit by the showbiz bug. How do I do another show or whatever? What's happened to your own social media accounts? Because how can people follow you on social?
So you can find me on social media on Instagram at Chef Vaughn and Mom. Or Chef Vaughn Mom, and that's the business page. And then I'm Vaughn the Chef. And then you can also find us on TikTok and Instagram at Chef Vaughn and Mom.
Yeah, but describe it. How's that blown up a lot since you've been on the show?
It has blown up a lot. It's blown up with the comments, and I love it.
And what are people saying?
Because I have
the
time.
good, the bad, the ugly?
There's good and there's bad, and it's just like, I focus on both of them. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got time today. So if I have time, I'm coming back. But the funny thing I learned is if you come back and people are like, oh, well, I was just saying, we're still rooting for you. I was like, well, keep that same energy that you sent that first one, you know?
Yeah.
But
I always say hug your haters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Acknowledge them. I mean,
Yeah.
I get people who drop stuff on my pages and I'm like, yep, I'm going to reply.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are like, be bigger. I'm like, no, I'm not. Unless I'm like, I'm definitely not doing that. Yeah.
What did Michelle Obama say? She's like, when they go low, you go high. And you're like, no,
you go, no,
I'm going low.
right down there with you. You know what I mean?
I love it.
But sometimes you let certain things go. Too,
Of course.
you know?
I always
So-
just like to acknowledge it, or like if people, because sometimes
I'm
it's
the
like
right one. Like,
wrong
yeah.
information, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then you're like, hold on, let me just set this right.
Yeah, I had a guy the other day, and I was like, yeah, well, keep sitting. I was like, go do something and get fulfilled in your life and keep typing on your couch. And then he was like, I'm actually on the park bench. I was dying. I had to give him credit for that. That was good. I was like, I like
Keyboard warriors, they're out
exactly,
there.
yes.
Ultimately, I mean, when you did this show and people maybe you haven't talked to in a while, whether it was LA or other spots, I mean,
Yes.
did people come out of the woodwork then and be like, oh, Chef Vaughn?
Oh,
Or
yeah, I
like,
have a bunch of cousins nowadays, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
did Snoop, the guy who used to bodyguard, anybody from that camp reach out?
No, not yet.
right.
But we do have a couple. We have a couple big celebrities because my friend Angela, she's we call ourselves Biggie Smalls on the show. She's a personal chef. She does like Lil Wayne and Shaq and Dwight Howard and Fabulous. You know what I mean? So a lot of these people are watching the show, and it's really cool. And they're like, "We love that big guy." And they're telling her to step her game up because I'm the man. I was like, "I know."
But I think what I love about you are so authentically real. And I think,
Yes.
look, whether people want to be a chef or, I don't know, a lawyer, like you're so you. And I think
Right.
that's what works for you. And for somebody who's
That's-
like, oh, I wasn't really in the show business, I don't want to talk to people or whatever, I think that's why people connect to you.
Isn't
because
that weird?
there's
I know.
no front.
Right.
And those are the people who are successful in the entertainment industry.
Be
Because
yourself. Yeah, people want, you can't be somebody else. You got to be you. People are looking for you. So be yourself. Don't be somebody else. There's only one you, and that's what's gonna make you you. Is just be you.
And how tough was that for you though in LA when you started? Because everybody always says, "Oh, you go to LA and everybody tries to conform and they all look the same and do this."
Yeah, who does that? I've never done
And you're
that.
like, hard pass.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, you know how many celebrities I've cursed out and like we're friends in my head, and then I worked with them and I'm like, you suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I love the down to earth people, and that's what gets you far in life. Is just be good, have a good heart, treat people how you want to be treated. That's what it boils down to.
And ultimately, if people want to check out that menu, you said sometimes changes every 4 days
Yes.
at Chef Vaughn and Mom.
Chef Vaughn and
they
Mom,
can follow you
yes.
on social media because you probably post like
Yes,
when it's
on Facebook we post every day. We post our hours. We post pictures. We post videos. I just got a new social media guy, Brian. He's a really cool guy, and he's helping me out with my videos because I have no patience and I'm old. I'm 37, but I'm old with this social media.
God,
thing.
please.
So he's helping me out a lot with that. Yes.
Is there anything you want to add, just overall your experience? I mean, for Next Level Chef, anything you want to just mention? I mean, your takeaways or just what you want people to know about the experience you've had, the people who've rooted you on.
Right. I appreciate all of the support, all the love and support, but I just want to let people know you can do your dreams. Whatever you want to do, don't let anybody tell you no, because their no is not your yes. So just do what you want to do. Follow your goals, have hard work, have faith, and go get it done. You can accomplish anything in life as long as you want to put the work in and you have faith. That's it.
I can't wait to roll in this Chef
That's
Vaughn
it.
and Mom.
Come on down. We got you, buddy. We got you.
I can eat for like 3 people, just so you
Let's
know.
go. We got you.
It's going
we got
well.
you.
No, I love having you here. No, this was super fun.
Thank you.
And stay tuned for the finale, whatever's going to happen on the show.
Yes.
Because we don't know when that exactly is. But just one more time, where people can watch it and when?
So you can watch us at Fox at 8 p.m. every Thursday, and then we are on Hulu. And we will be having pop-ups coming up soon. So if they're fans of the show, they can come and see a lot of people that are on the show. We're going to do some cool pop-ups up here, and maybe some different cooking classes and things like that. I want to I'm working on, like, you know, people sip and paint. I want to do like a cook and paint.
I love that.
Like, you know what I mean? So something like that. You know,
what would you
got a
do?
lot of
Just
things
be
in the
like
works.
flipping eggs over here and then painting and just, or
Well, you'll be
something?
cooking and sipping your wine.
Got it.
And then eating or sipping your juice or something if you don't drink.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can then eat and just have a good time.
I got it. What is your, I know you make a million dishes, but before I let you off the
Yes.
hook, when you compete in places like Hong Kong,
Okay.
what kind of competition are you going for?
So it's the last one I did was a world master chef competition in Cantonese style. So this one I'm doing Taiwanese food.
And sometimes you go
that's-
there and you beat people who grew up in that culture, I imagine.
I beat 35 master chefs I beat up everybody from 40 countries, and I've only been doing it for 6 years at that point, Asian food, and they've been doing it their whole life. So it's like a Chinese guy beating me in soul food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I felt really accomplished when I went over there and did that. It was actually awesome.
And hearing that you change the menu when you get bored, you want to innovate, be creative. Is there
Yes.
anything that you're like, this is my go-to, and I love making this, and I love eating this?
I can eat pasta and tacos every day. Pasta and tacos are my thing.
Same.
See that?
All
Then
right.
you got to come and have my birria tacos.
All right. The what kind of tacos?
Birria tacos. We
okay.
dip them. I do them with the consomme, bone marrow, 12 hours, slow roast. Yes.
Now I'm
got
hungry.
you.
I'm
Yes.
looking around because my teams, a lot of them are still fangirling out here. Did I miss anything, team? Anybody else want to add anything? Jill over in the corner? Nothing?
Jill,
She's
you're
like,
awesome.
no.
You're awesome,
She's just
Jill.
sitting here. She's like, oh my God, I love him. I love Chef Vaughn. But I'm glad they reached out because I was
Yes,
like,
me
this
too. I had a
guy's from
great time.
Scranton. This was
Absolutely.
fun. And I
Yes.
can't wait to meet your mom.
Yes.
I think that's cool. And I think what you
Everyone
and I,
loves mom. So when I'm in the back yelling and freaking out, she's holding it down out
yeah.
front.
And I have to say, that's why I felt like you and I connected because my mom was a single mom for a lot of the time.
Nice,
And
okay.
my mom and I are very close, like your mom.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't think my mother and I could ever cook because we don't really do that. Like my mom
Okay.
likes everything bland, plain,
Sounds about
like
right.
give me some grilled chicken and broccoli with no seasoning. And I'd
Yeah,
be like, Mom, no
no.
one's going to eat that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I make healthy food taste good too from my time in LA. But yeah, I need flavor. You need flavor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I could eat a couch right now, by the way, talking about all this food.
Well, come down.
All right. All right. The one and only everybody from Next Level Chef.
Yes.
On Fox.
Yes.
Season 3. Chef Vaughn. And check it out. Chef Vaughn and Mom. What are your hours, by the way, in downtown Scranton?
So we're open Tuesday through Saturday. And then it just depends sometimes how I feel. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. That's the point of opening your own business.
You do you, Chef.
Yeah, but normally we do lunch 11:30 a.m. To 9 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday, and Fridays we open at 11:30 until about 11, and then Saturday we open at 5 until 11 or until I get mad.
All right. From Scranton to Dublin. Who knew?
Absolutely.
Right?
To China. Let's go.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Chef Vaughn in the house, everybody. And thank you for being a part of this episode of The Ryan Leckey Show. See you next time.
Here we go, buddy.